But anyway, MGS without Hideo Kojima, and I'm not counting the 2018. I think it was Survive because it was a portable game on portable, so it's not on the official PlayStation. Anyway, for me it doesn't count, but it didn't work anyway. So the last game they did was MGS 5, which unfortunately because of the breakup with Kojima, they never finished the game, which I'm still a bit salty about, but that's not the point of the game of the show today. Today I'm gonna talk about MGS Delta Snake Eater, which of course is a remake of Snake Eater Metal Gear Solid 3, and it's an action-adventure stealth video game developed and published by, of course, Konami, who owns the IP. It's coming out on PS5 on August 28th. Thank you very much. It's just when the kids are going back to school, so they're gonna hate it. Thank you very much. A little bit, in case you haven't played Snake Eater, because that's kind of an old game now, it's a prequel to the whole series, and we're gonna come back on this. Set in 1964, and it follows a Fox operative called codename Naked Snake. And in this game, so it's set up 1964, right? So imagine Cold War. Russians are still the baddies. Well, still again, but anyway, not the question. Not the question. So he must save a Russian rocket scientist, I think, who want to go to the US front and sabotage a Soviet nuclear super weapon, so the Metal Gear of that time, which is called the 𝙎𝙪𝙥𝙥𝙦, which I believe Adam did a great Besiege 𝙎𝙪𝙥 a while ago, so it was really well done. Put a card over here, You'll see it's a great video. So, yeah, in case you ask, because, Metal Gear is very famous for Solid Snake. Naked Snake is not Solid Snake. They are not the same person. Naked Snake in the future of the series is going to be known as Big Boss. And why they look the same, other than the fact that, they were too lazy to create another character, is also because Solid and Liquid Snakes are actually clones of Naked Snake. So, not same character, but technically the dad, I would say. So why Snake Eater was chosen by Konami as a remake among all those others? So why it wasn't they chose this Snake Eater to make a remake over the other entry? I'm just repeating myself, but just because I can't speak tonight, that's fine. It's because of its statue of origin story, which introduce a lot of very important characters. So basically, by doing this, they are kind of saying we want to reboot the series, and in order to reboot the series, we just do this one, which introduce a lot of important characters. For instance, you have the young Ocelot with a revolver Ocelot before he loses his hand. You have the former mentor of Naked Snake, which is the boss, who defected to the Soviet Union. So you have quite a cool fight in there. And so that's basically why they really wanted to do it. We'll come back again on this. But what they do on this one is that they decided to faithfully reproduce Snake Eater's gameplay and story with modern graphic. So it's really a remake, not a reboot. And they really said there won't be any significant deviations. So that's maybe also why they wanted to restart with this one. It's an easy choice because at the time Hideo Kojima, of course, was a game director, and he broke up with Konami, so he's not gonna pilot this one. So, and it's official, right? Kojima has nothing to do, maybe apart from in spirit, because he's one who wrote the story. So that's a way. That's kind of a lazy way to make a remake which is gonna make money for Konami. If you don't know how to make a Metal Gear 6, just redo the 3 because the story was already amazing. So that might mean that, like in the original, you will get the incredibly long ladder scene, which is like at least 2 minutes long, which is a whole Snake climbing the ladder while in the background you have the Snake Eater theme song playing, which is why the ladder is so long. So it's well known because it's a bit awkward, and then like kind of a classic. So I never knew if I really liked it or not, but all along the music play you still have to climb this bloody ladder. And also one of the good, like I told you, in Metal Gear, they really like to put some little gameplay innovation around the boss. And in the original one, and I'm not spoiling anything because it's quite long, you had different way to kill the boss. Either you just follow the story, in a line, and you just fight the boss as intended, or you had some other ways. Like for instance, and that was my favorite one, there's a sniper which is kind of a grandpa, and you can simply not go there. So you will see the sniper going into position, waiting for you, waiting for you, waiting forever, and literally die waiting because you just go somewhere else. And when you arrive at the sniper after, instead of just when you were supposed to go there, well, you just find his corpse, waiting for you like this. And honestly, I can't remember if he dies of old age or heart attack or whatever, but I recall he dies like this, and that was very funny. So, see, that's the thing with Metal Gear. It always surprises you. Oh yes, little tidbit to the end, why they call it Delta. According to the Metal Gear X account, at the time it was Twitter account, the Delta symbol in the game fits the concept of a remake project. Delta means change or difference without changing structure. So it's basically just the old, Snake Eater, just nicer. So we'll see how it goes. If it's exactly the same game with nicer graphics, it's still gonna be a great game. It's kind of lazy, so I really don't want to see it, in the Game Awards at the end of the year, if it's really like this, because there's literally zero effort but just updating graphics, and you can really feel that, Konami is like, we need to make money somehow. Tell me how you feel about this Snake Eater. I really think it's going to be great, and I'm going to be very happy to go back in there. But again, I really don't want to see it in the Game Award because that's not an original ID. It's just a recycled ID from good old Kojima,